Hey guys, Game Savage here. It's not very often I really kind of do Vanguard stuff really anymore, so with recent things, really, my wife really is more into Vanguard than Yu-Gi-Oh! So I do play Yu-Gi-Oh! Still. I still will be uploading Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos, but because she's got more into Vanguard recently, I decided to update one of my decks. So this will be my Link Joker build. Starting card, Messiah. I just like this because it's like a good mind game card, so you can kind of make people think you're playing one deck and you're not, so I like that. This is a budget build, so I will kind of specify that, so 3 Thundering third, sorry, 3 Quaking third, 4 Asteroid, standard, 4 regular draw trigger, and then 4 heal, standard lineup. Standard trigger lineup. So for grade ones, we'll start with your 4 perfs because this is budget, so we don't have draw perfs because we are cheapskates. So we run 4 Gravity Boil Dragon. So he is really nice. So if he boosts a Cyber Dragon monster, so in this little tiny bit down there. Not the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cyber Dragon, that would be really funny. So he's really good. So if not, he gives that monster like the power, so it's really dirty. So you can do some like mean combos with him, quite nice. So you can just really like give that extra thing. So it's just like that 20. So literally that literal boost to like 12 is really good. Hit magic numbers. Free Spinel, obviously if you know the errata, it can Soul Blast, it contribute itself, it's not another card, so just always remember your errata rulings for these. So I like him because it's when he activates his own skill, he binds and then gives a 50k, I believe. So no, 5k, sorry, 50k would be obscene. So yeah, it gives 5k power. It's really nice. It fits, it combos with Gravity Ball, so you get it Cyber Dragon. But it's a really nice card. Just good utility. And then we have 2 Destiny Dealer. Destiny Dealer is really good, a really good starting card. I probably, if I had like draw perfs, this would be at 4, and then I would obviously like say what I would do to kind of like betterment the deck. But this is what I would do: 4 of this. So you do that, and then you just do a few extras. But I believe this is good. So on ride skill, you ride, draw, then you will then lock the top card of your deck and lock it in a turn. Really good card. If it's a rear guard, you Soul Blast 1 and then do it. So yeah, really good, just good for advantage. And then we run the Ron Displayed. Displayed's pretty good, it's just nice. I managed to get this pretty cheaply. I just think to myself that I also like the artwork. I think the artwork's sick. So kind of like cybery ninja kind of thing. I just reckon he's really cool. He's literally one of my favourite Link Joker artworks that they've done in recent years. So yeah, with him, so if he boosts and then you hit, if your opponent's on grade 3, you get to like soul. If you basically counterblast, you bind a card and draw it. It's just stupidly good advantage. So for your grade 2 lineup, we are going with 4 Gravity Collapse Dragon. So Gravity Collapse on hit skill, on Vanguard or Rear Guard, you get to look at the top 5 cards and then look for a grade 3 Cyber Dragon and then call it to the same spot that this was in. Absolutely brilliant for your grade 2 ride. Doing this, putting the pressure on, and if not, you can just get like a force marker to bump something up. Absolutely amazing. Next, we run the loveliness of Blind Old Dragon. Again, remember your rulings for this. He contributed himself. So basically, Soul Blast 1, and you draw a card. So by like sacrificing himself, and then you can Counterblast 1 and just make your Vanguard a. Literally, you have to drop 2 to guard, which is really good for like the next cards in the deck. Also, you can do it actually on Gravity Ball, so it's really good for that. Now for the kind of more techie part of it. So we do run 2 deleters. I personally think this is the best one to kind of run still out of your main kind of core of your structure deck, just because literally it's just added pressure. If you have more rear guards, it gains 4k, which is still really good and solid. And then obviously on hit skill of Soul Blast 1 and vanish deleting or binding face down, whichever one you want to call it. But that's really, really good, just that nice bit of pressure. And then obviously, unlike any of the others, if he does hit and they have no rear guard, you just get to draw a card, which is such a good advantage for this deck. And one Blast Monk of the Thunderfoot. Really good solid card, just because he's a nice one-off. You don't really honestly want to ride him, but if you do, you're not going to lose too much sleep over it. Just your attack, counter blast, bind face down, really, really good. If your opponent's on grade 3, you get to, Soul Charge, which I think is really good. If the decks, you do Soul Blast a lot in this deck, so to be aware of that. Because you're running Gravity Ball, we run 4 Schwarzschild. I managed to pick these up really cheaply. I don't know if they've gone up in price. I just got them really cheap when I first started playing around when the structure deck came out. So, if you get him off Gravity Ball, really, really good. So, he's 1 turn skill. It's basically you counter blast 1 and basically choose your opponent's rear guard and bind it face down. Really, really nice. The fun part of the deck is if you know what someone's playing, you can really take advantage of this. So, if you counter blast 1 or soul blast 1 grade 3, you flip all cards in the bind zone face up. And all face up. Like, cards in that zone can't be called to rear guard circles this turn from the hand. That is very specifically from the hand. But if you've got something like say Gold Paladin that you know they've got a good hand and you know you've like literally blitzed their board, they can only literally superior call, and that's just amazingly good as a good bit of stun. Your next card is Topological Dragon. I really love this card because it's a really good mind game card and forces your opponent to think what you're going to do. So because yeah, I mean, it's really funny how this text box here is massively big. This part is really, really tiny, but the implications of what this does in the mind game set is just absolutely brilliant. So it's very good. It goes, when this attacks, continuous, retire 2 rear guards, any 2 rear guards, and then this card gains 5k and a crit. It doesn't seem that good at the time, but when you combo it off with, say, these 2 here, even if you don't have this one here, if you have this backing this up, and then for your grade 2s, you have this is what you're kind of like more meant to do. So you'll have this with this. So let's say you have like just use one of my really bad force markers. So if we use a force marker here, so that's 23 anyway. Then you have your 12 with that. So that's 23. Plus 12. It's literally 35. It's 35. Plus its own skill on retiring. So you retire these 2. Gains plus, so that's 40k. 40k plus 2, and has a guard restrict as well, with an extra critical. If your opponent hasn't got a perfect card, they have to chuck so much down to get rid of this, to stop this from literally hitting maximum damage. Literally, it's devastating. But the point is that you could have these 2 on rear guard, swing, and it points your opponent to go, okay, I have to kind of like think what I'm going to guard, just in case he chooses to sack this. Doesn't mean you are, but it's a nice bit of like mind game territory you can play. So that's the deck. I hope you guys really like this. I could go into more theories about why I like this deck over Messiah. It's not the fact like, because honestly, I like Messiah, don't get me wrong. I think the deck's really good. There you go, grab all the cards and stuff and have that on top of the Blaster Dart because no one wants to see him. But it's one of those really nice things of like talking to people about theory and why you prefer certain play styles and why you think a play style is better. But yeah, hit me guys up, tell me guys what you think, and I'll talk to you guys later.